We're live, my guys.
For the chance to head to Arizona in 2 weeks' time for Super Bowl 57, we are underway now in the NFC Championship. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. First try on offense for the Bucs and their veteran quarterback, Tom Brady.
And we can talk all we want about football being a team game and leaning on different parts and aspects in order to get it done. And that's entirely true during the regular season. Some weeks it's the defense, the special teams, running the football. But in the playoffs, all the pressure reverts to the quarterback, and he has to play well and play at a really high level in order for his team to win.
Here he comes.
Fakes the give to Fournette. Now Brady.
He got all day.
And that's complete. It's Chris Godwin.
Got all day.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. A good pickup there, 21 yards. And we see the emphasis early here. Get your star receiver involved. Able to do it successfully.
Not a bad start to begin with, that's for sure. And to me, this play says our guy is better than your guys. Because, you know, a player of his stature, he won't just be single covered all game long. It's going to involve multiple people. And right away, they told the other team, guess what? He's just better.
They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it's second down.
Right.
To throw, it's Brady. He'll check this one off to Fournette.
Jesus.
So back-to-back plays, each get nothing. And now it's 3rd and 3. They couldn't get anything going there out on the right side of the flat of the swing pass.
And didn't we have a discussion with their staff about wanting to get the backs more involved in the passing game? Huge emphasis for this game, but obviously the defense had other plans and really made a nice play.
He's got it. It's complete. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. And this is good for a first down. His second grab of this NFC Championship bout.
Okay, Tom. Let me look. Here come the
on
trap.
The ground,
right.
This is Leonard Fournette. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. Throwing now is Brady.
He got all day.
Buying time to his left. And this is incomplete. That his first incompletion after a 4-for-4 start.
Yeah, but they shouldn't back off from what they're doing. I like the play calling right out of the gate. I like the tone that they're setting. Keep going in that direction.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down.
Let's cover this.
Now Brady.
Let's cover this. Sat on it.
That's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge, and it's going to bring up 4th down. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And this will depend on the spot as it sails out of bounds, and they'll say it sailed out at the 10-yard line. So here are the 49ers now with a long field ahead.
It's all right.
They'll be led out by the 3rd overall pick in the 2021 draft, Trey Lance.
In recent years, we've seen a lot of love for North Dakota State in the NFL draft, and Trey Lance, he's a great example of what the Bison are sending to the league each and every year. This guy looks like a franchise quarterback. He wants his opportunity to prove it to the rest of the league.
Lance and the 49ers now, 1st and 10 from back at their own 10-yard line.
Unless he buck up.
They'll start with a run by Mitchell. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first. Boy, the offensive line there, that was a thing of beauty to watch them block.
I love how you give a little appreciation for those big guys up front, and well-deserved. But how about the execution behind them? You can see the hours of practice that have gone into it. Great pocket by the running back. Quarterback puts it right in the perfect spot. Great mesh point by them. The timing on point. The run even better.
He'll buy some time right. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
How about that? Red man coverage and decided to test him early. But it proved up to the task and forced the incompletion.
Right there.
They run on Mitchell. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12. We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down. Throwing his lance on 3rd down.
Oh, my goodness.
Here. He lost the football.
He rushed me.
Picked up by the Buccaneers. And he returns it to the end zone. A fumble recovery touchdown for the Bucs. And on a stage of this magnitude, the conference championship, so many early game jitters can happen, so that scores a big relief to a coach.
Yeah, no one wants to mention that in the locker room before the game. No one says, hey, listen, don't fumble or don't do this because you don't want negative thoughts. That's why getting off to a good start is so huge for everyone. The first score in the conference title game, massive.
Extra point up and good by Succo, and it's now a 7-0 game. So here's a kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. Takes it at the 7. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. Back out there comes the 49ers offense ready for their second drive. Here's Mitchell now to kick off the drive. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
From the 27, Lance. Man open, that's Deebo Samuel. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards.
Oh, that was a nice job there. Quarterback and receiver reading the pressure that was brought. They both knew it was going to open up the middle of the field. Nice little shake and bake in the line of scrimmage. Got right into his route. The quarterback hit him inside. He was able to
and this is caught inside the 5. Touchdown. Brandon Ayuk, 44 yards. And the 49ers are an extra point away from evening this one up.
That's it.
And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
Nah, it's not no kid shot. I keep telling you, it's not kid shot.
And he can't field it cleanly. It's loose. Tampa Bay, they're getting ready to set up shop here for their second drive. Their dreams of an undefeated season shattered with the loss a week ago. Now, look, whenever an undefeated team goes down, you always hear some say, well, they needed that. I don't know, Charles. Is that a narrative that you buy into?
Well, I haven't met a coach yet that feels like they needed that loss. You know, that's not something that they're in favor of. but I do know this. People like us, our colleagues, analysts in the media, constantly hammering a team that's undefeated. Hey, do you think you can do it the whole season? Can you carry it the whole way? That does wear down a group, and sometimes that loss, get us off your back, you can move forward from there.
They keep it with Fournette on first down. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. To throw is Brady. And he is going to lose yardage here. So they'll wind up losing 5 yards on the play. 3rd and 7 now.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, it won't help them at contract time.
And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 32-yard line. These two teams all tied after one. Second quarter now in Tampa Bay. It's the Buccaneers in control of the football. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line. Brady now to throw.
We got to cover.
Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
No sense risking anything there on first down. Even though he's still in the pocket, he had a receiver out to his side, so just put that in a spot where the only people who can make a play on it are the trainers and the coaches. Well done.
And this one hauled in by Rudolph. And he'll be brought down at the 27. Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5.
Come on.
Again, they'll throw with Brady.
We got it. We got it. All right, we made him.
And he'll just get rid of it.
Tight defense there on 3rd down, but what a product of good coaching and even better execution because he realized he's in field goal range. No sense forcing anything, and he made sure he didn't.
Well, in a close game like this, obviously you want the touchdown, but certainly they will take the 3.
And they'll be okay with that, but let's throw a little credit to the defense as well. I'm just glad this doesn't come down to a debate, right? Which side won, partner? Because the defense, hey, we didn't give up a touchdown. The offense, hey, we put 3 on the board. Either way you look at it, I think both sides gained something out of that drive.
Now a crease here as he's past the 30. Up to midfield. 30. 10. He will take this all the way. Touchdown, 49ers.
And as we've talked to special teams coaches, that theme of being aggressive continues to come through, doesn't it? When they moved the kickoff back to the 35, it was going to cut down on the number of opportunities. But if you've got a special guy, you give him the green light no matter where he fields it in the end zone. And in this case, it paid off handsomely.
Well, he fielded it deep in the range of emotions. Maybe like, oh, no, don't. And then all of a sudden you see him break it. You're like, yeah, way to go.
Yeah, sometimes you have to remind your head coach that he approved the green light for bringing it out from deep in the end zone, and that's exactly why he did.
Wow. Xbox record that.
Gold able to tack on the extra point, and the lead is now 14-10. And no doubt one of the most, if not the most exciting play we'll see in this game. The kick return all the way to the end zone for 6 points.
What's his name? There was a kid.
So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line. Now the Buccaneer offense gets set to take over. And after the field goal last time, let's see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Kevin King with a pick. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line.
Let's take control of this. Right. Put it, please. Right in front of you. Right.
First down, here's Mitchell. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. 2nd and 8 coming from the 19.
I do know from experience, when you slow down someone's running game, you're not doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt. As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent. And that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
And he's going to be taken down short of the first, right around the 15-yard line. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll bring up 4th down. 4th down field goal try coming, so Lance is off, and on comes Robbie Gould. The kick by Gould is good, and that moves him up by a touchdown now at 17-10.
That return.
So golden field position there squandered as they can muster only a field goal.
Yeah, you were gifted a first-and-goal situation, but I have to give credit to the defense. They were brought out in a really tough situation, so give them credit for holding them to 3. That's a pretty nice accomplishment.
From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And not a good return here at all as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
False starts.
Now whistles here before the snap. Looked like one of the Bucs may have moved. So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. Brady going to throw. Looking for Evans, and it's intercepted. And fantastic field position has them just outside the 10 at the 11-yard line in the red zone. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
I do a lot.
On the handoff, Mitchell. 45 yards on the ground for him so far.
But no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
Right back to Mitchell on 2nd down. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
Sometimes being a linebacker in the middle of the field is kind of like being a doctor on the field. You got to make the right diagnosis. Here he correctly sets his run and shoots through to make the play in the backfield.
Throwing now is Lance. Touchdown 49ers. Elijah Mitchell, a 5-yard touchdown. And the Niners have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Well, we know he has decent hands out of the backfield. That's the first time, Charles, they've targeted him in the passing game, and it pays dividends.
And I love the design, too, because they kept him in the backfield, made the defense think run first before they swung him out of there. And you're right, with his hands, they might want to throw it to him just a little bit more.
Gould with the extra point, and the lead now up to 14. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away.
This was crazy.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. And the Buccaneers getting ready to go as they take the field. All right, now they're in some uncharted waters, Charles. They haven't been facing deficits like this season. We're going to see what they're made of.
And I think the easy thing right now is for us to discuss how the home crowd can help them, carry them along. Bottom line, though, they've got to make plays to get the crowd back into it, to help them with the rest of their game. That means best players got to make those big-time plays right now. They need them in a big way.
They fought so hard to be here at home for the conference championship game. See if they can propel themselves to the Super Bowl. And this is going to be a Bucs first down as he's got this past the 35 to about the 37.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
On play action, now Brady.
Let's go.
And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. Second down. Brady's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. It's caught by Mike Evans. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. 22 yards there, a first down. Now Brady. Caught by Jones. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35. 2 minutes remain in the first half of this NFC Championship. Brady to throw again.
Oh, my God.
It is caught. It's Chris Godwin. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 14. 22 yards there, a first down. Into the red zone, it's Brady. And this is caught by Evans. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Ball at the 6 here as they work with a 2nd and 2.
Stop.
Brady.
Stop. Bitch.
Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Down near the goal line, things really get physical. You're always anticipating a running play, but when they do throw it, things happen quickly. A little bit of a bang-bang play there that falls incomplete.
Brady looking to throw on 3rd and 2.
Come on, somebody give me.
Dumps it off to Fournette. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Succop's kick is good, and that will get the disadvantage now back down to 11. So a long drive gets them down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
Well, this offense and Elijah Mitchell coming back onto the field now. The passing game, they've had more success there than the running game. Maybe something they game plan for.
How come they didn't tell us about it?
Because they wanted to keep it a secret.
We did ask, didn't we? But I think what happened in this one is they've realized that they've established the run pretty well, and teams are going to key on that. They thought they could open it up and have success through the air, and that's exactly what's going on.
Yeah, they've had success at least so far here in the second quarter. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Lance, the first catch of the game for George Kittle. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. Lance looking to throw it. Taking a shot for Samuel. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Oh, my God.
Wishnowski on to punt as he sends this one away. Fair catch called for and made right at the 25-yard line. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They're just going to run it here up the middle. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. Now a timeout taken.
All right, Brady.
Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Dancing to his left. And And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock.
Well, that's good decision-making right there. Understood down and distance. Knew it wasn't third down, and he still had another opportunity to earn the first down. Good job throwing it away and avoiding an interception.
Go to work.
And Brady going to be intercepted a third time. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. So we've reached halftime here in the NFC Championship. As we toss it an hour or so east of here to Orlando, it's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, thanks. As always, one half remains in the battle to see who will take home that George Halas Trophy and represent the NFC in the Super Bowl. We'll get back to you guys in just a moment. But first, time to look ahead to the AFC Championship coming up later today. And it should be a great one as well, as it'll be the Buffalo Bills doing battle with the Kansas City Chiefs. We continue on with a check of the next-gen stats in that first half for the Niners. And there were a few factors as to why they built this good-size advantage, but the rushing numbers were not all that amazing. We'll see if they can pick it up in the second half. Meanwhile, for the Bucs, there's a look at what they were able to do throwing the football. And they'll need to get things in gear as they trail here at the break. Our two squads making their final adjustments prior to the second half kick. Which team will be the one standing as NFC champions at the end? To find out, let's get you back to Brandon and Charles.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always to you and the gang in Orlando as we welcome everyone back in for quarter number 3. The Halas Trophy still hangs in the balance as the second half now underway in the NFC Championship game. The football will come out to the 25 as McLeod will not return it. Here comes the 49ers offensive unit as they'll have it first to begin this third quarter.
And I think here with the lead, CD, they have to resist that temptation of kind of looking ahead. Would you agree?
Absolutely, I would agree, because they know the stakes. They know the winner of this game goes to the Super Bowl. And this one, it's far from over. They were the better team in the first half, but they do know that they're facing their toughest opponent of the year. And they've got to be prepared for them to fight it out all the way. And add a few extra wrinkles in the second half as well. They need to stay on guard.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. On second down, here's Mitchell. Oh, able to avoid him. 51 yards rushing for him now to this point.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
They'll try and pick it up with Mitchell. Twisting away, and they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Well, they were in search of a short gain on third down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards. So for Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Another run with Mitchell. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now. Hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
From the 40 now on second down, Lance. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Whatever the discussions were at halftime in trying to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Oh, my goodness. Here's Lance.
Oh my goodness. Double team.
And it's knocked away and incomplete.
As a coaching staff, you can call just about whatever you want because you understand you have guys who reliably take away those massive shots downfield. You're not as worried about giving up the big one.
Check.
On play action, Lance.
On there.
This is caught. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. George Kittle, 28 yards.
And the 49ers continue to pull the playoff surprise as they lead big here on the road.
Now Gold for the extra point.
Come on, man. That's big.
And the lead is up to 18 now. So that drive goes 8 plays.
And it all ends with a George Kittle touchdown.
Bomb that shit.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20.
Here comes the Buccaneers offense. They get their first reps of the second half.
Brady and the Buccaneers here, 1st and 10
at their own 18.
He'll begin with a give to Fournette to start the drive.
And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. What I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Now a loose football. The ball comes out. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. So they will set up shop. Excellent field position in the red zone at the 19-yard line.
Yes, baby.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20.
Must have popped out.
A give here to Mitchell.
And he'll take it from the 18 to the 15. A gain of 3.
Give him the ball.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
And he takes it inside the 10 to the 8 before he's out of bounds. 7 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it 1st and goal.
They'll run with Mitchell.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
Once more with Mitchell.
And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first. Just a gain of 1 there.
Were you as surprised as I was that they actually ran it on 2nd down there? I thought that they would go ahead and throw it in every situation here.
They've thrown for 3 touchdown passes. Now here, I think they probably go back to the air.
Yeah, I think so. But ordinarily, 2nd down is when you run your play fake, your play action, show run, and throw the ball. Now they brought up 3rd down and have to throw it anyway.
And after the nice stiff arm, the next wave swarms in quickly for the stop. They'll get only a yard out of that, and it'll bring up 4th down.
4th down field goal try coming, so Lance is off, and on comes Robbie Gould.
And the 39-year-old veteran puts it right through, and that will extend their lead even further.
Well, they come through with 3 after forcing the turnover. But CD, 2nd half, you're starting inside the red zone. Obviously, they would have liked 6 out of that.
Absolutely, because that's all you're thinking is how do you get it into the end zone? You want the field goal to be the last resort. In this case, they gave it a great try, but did have to settle for 3.
And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. Well, time to get another look at this Buccaneer offense. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Jalen Thompson picks it. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops.
Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the third quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
That's tremendous field position that they were given following the turnover, but they've still got work to do to get to field goal range, and the coverage we're seeing isn't going to make it easy.
And Lance will try again on second down. Pass complete. George Pickens with it.
And he's taken down inside the 30. His first catch in this NFC Championship game, and it's a first down.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play,
16-1.
never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Lance now on first down.
Oh, my God.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
On second and 10, Lance. That's to the right side, complete to Kittle.
And they're going to move it down inside the 25.
They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
Ready.
Back now in Tampa. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. The offense on third down, they've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 4.
And that's dropped underneath to Mitchell. And they're going to get this down inside the 20.
Well, they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
Now a play fake. Lance.
Rolling to his right. This is caught. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. 18 yards that time to push him up 1st and goal.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomped down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football.
Now Lance again.
To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Well, fourth quarter with a 3-score lead here, Charles, but they're still going back to the air and looking for more points.
But with this game well in hand, it's an opportunity for the guys to come off the bench and get a chance to play. And a lot of coaches, they want to run their full playbook no matter who's on the field.
And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown.
Elijah Mitchell,
his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Niners are closing in on a Super Bowl berth now as they extend their 4th quarter lead.
Well, Charles, fans around here, they were already talking Super Bowl. They've made plans. You just can't look past anybody in this league, especially this deep into the playoffs.
You would think that every year that message would sink in, and it feels like every year we see something like this, especially the way they're handling them. All right, you didn't expect this part to happen, but when you're playing this deep in the playoffs, every team's dangerous.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. So out come the Bucs now.
And their dream of a Super Bowl berth so close 3 quarters ago, but obviously starting to slip away if it hasn't already. They need points here and in a hurry. Brady and the Bucs now with a 1st and 10
at their 25-yard line. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. From the gun, it's Brady. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. Mike Evans, the one he was looking for.
They were ranked
and it's 3rd down and 2.
Oh, here we go. Brady, come on.
Brady now to throw.
Oh.
And finding the tight end Rudolph. On the move past the 40. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. A big play there on the catch and run. 36 yards.
At this stage, there's nothing left to do but to keep firing. And if you're a play caller, you may go off your sheet and use some things maybe you hadn't planned to in this game. Maybe that was one of them there that worked.
Throwing on 1st down is Brady.
Back there. Why? How did he move?
Complete to Jones.
Come on.
And he is out of bounds inside the 30. Again, they'll throw with Brady.
Oh, my goodness.
And my goodness, another interception.
Mike
Picked
already
up
checked
by
out.
Jarvarius Ward. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his 2nd interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go.
Wrong button. Oh, my goodness.
Shreds him with a stiff arm. And they'll get him down up past the 15. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks.
There's absolutely been no stopping this offense today. They already have the big lead, obviously. Here in the 4th quarter, they could coast to the end, but right now they're not passing up any chances to put up some garbage time yardage.
And, partner, why would they? Because who knows the next time you'll be playing as well as you have today. When you're in that zone, you go ahead and take full advantage of it. You don't worry about your opponent. You just worry about what you're doing. They are certainly not letting up on the pressure in this one, and oftentimes you hear this expression, all gas, no break from defenses. But in this case, it's the offense still throwing the football up big in the 4th quarter.
They fake the handoff. Now Lance.
He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield. But that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped.
97 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
On 1st down, they go back to Mitchell.
Oh, goodness.
They juked him. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. And it's picked up by the Buccaneers. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory. And great effort. Does he get burned for that in film? He fought through some tackles. End result, though, a fumble.
It's going to be one of those situations where he'll get yelled at about the fumble, but at the same time get a check mark for the extra effort. And so it's one of those tough, tricky things for coaches. You don't want to coach it out of them so much that you take away the effort. You just want them to be conscious of taking care of the football.
Now after the fumble recovery, it's Brady. Over the middle, he finds Godwin complete. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. On 1st down, Brady. Over the middle to Evans.
And they'll work this down inside the 30.
You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
What's going on, baby?
From the 29, Brady.
Looking Mike Evans' way again, and he's got another one.
And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7.
Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. With this game well in hand, perhaps we are seeing the coverage lighten up a little bit as they got burned there a bit for a first down.
But we certainly know the coach isn't happy along the sideline because he certainly wants them to finish this one out the way they started it. He doesn't want to give up any soft completions, no late points. He wants this lead to stay right where it is.
Nice job defensively to hold him to 4, and now it's 2nd and goal. Now Brady again. He'll check this one off to Fournette. So back-to-back plays, each get nothing. And now what we have here, a 3rd and goal.
That's a nice job defensively to make sure everyone was accounted for, because ordinarily you pick up the guys downfield and sometimes you forget about the running back. In this case, they did not and dropped him for no gain.
Brady now on 3rd and goal. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this run.
And this is caught. Well, they get one back, picking up the late touchdown here, but still down big. Extra point put through by Succop, and that'll cut the lead back down to 21. So this drive spans 7 plays, and it culminates in a Julio Jones touchdown. So would no doubt be a miracle comeback from here, but let's see what they can do starting with the onside kick. And the 49er hands team does its job. Now they're down big here in the 4th. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. They're going to hurry back to the line now. And hauled in by Croft. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. That one looks like he'll throw here. Trying for a leap, but it's intercepted. It's Devin White, the linebacker. There he goes, right side. Past the 20. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line. There's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. So after the INT, it's Brady. And Rudolph has it left side. And he is out of bounds, getting it down to the 10. 2nd and 6 from the 10. Now Brady. Dumps it off to Fournette. And he is going to lose yardage here. One final try now for Brady. Across the formation. And a loose football. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And that will write a finish to this ball game. The 49ers are going to the Super Bowl. As we sign off here, we thank you for watching. Good night, everybody.